Hi there, Internet Associate. It's Anthony, and I'm about to react to another episode of Lucifer. So, this is Season 3, Episode 2, and it's called The One with the Baby Carrot. So, this sounds like an episode of Friends or something. I wonder if that's intentional. And I have no idea what that means I should expect from this, but all I know is that I'm very interested to see what's going to go on with the Center Man, if we're going to learn anything more about him. See if we're going to learn anything else that, is going to give us any indication of what type of stuff we're going to be getting into this season. I think there's a lot of potential here. So I'm just excited. I'm just going to go ahead and jump right into it. This is Lucifer, Season 3, Episode 2, The One with the Baby Carrot. Okay, who do we have here? Oh, the editor was like, oh, I'm going to go off. I'm going to do these little bump ins and outs. I see you. Just a regular day in Lucifer life, huh? That doesn't look regular. He's like, oh, that tends to happen when I get excited.
And for the record, I don't usually suffer from premature unfurling.
Up as a devil and make it really sexy.
I've no desire to have sex with myself.
That turned him right off.
Where'd you leave? Now. He calls himself the Sinner Man. From what I can gather, he's a criminal mastermind who just moved his operation to Los Angeles.
He's clearly more than just a regular criminal mastermind, though. That's for sure, given the fact that he's able to do all this stuff to Lucifer.
Gives out favors to people for a price to be named later. Sound familiar?
Lucifer, you didn't invent the idea of giving out favors. Yep, forgot who I was talking to.
Yeah, she said, forgot who I was talking to.
But you haven't given...
That's hilarious. But that goes in line with the theory I said last episode where I was like, maybe this guy is trying to like kind of become the new Lucifer and is trying to get Lucifer out of here so he can take his role in a way.
The Sinner Man.
Clearly not, since I'm pretty sure that no one with that name actually exists. He had motive, no alibi. Oh yeah,
I'm just sure no one with that name exists.
He's our guy.
Well, then he must be working for the
When are y'all gonna learn that whenever somebody confesses under interrogation, that means they didn't actually do it? It happens every single time on every single show.
Hey, excuse me, Dan, you do improv?
Cat's out of the bag.
How did I not know that, and how did he?
This giant-headed buffoon stole our poor victim's ideas, his life's work, and built a business out of it.
So now he's a poor victim.
Everything relates, as always.
Crazy things around him? Who knows what he might do?
Right. When have I ever cared about that detective?
It's true.
They got that them binoculars that you get on Metal Gear Solid 5, where somehow magically not only can you zoom in and see people from far away, but you're also able to hear them from all the way over there too. And the more you zoom in, the louder they get, which makes no sense at all. But I guess in some realities you can say that it works.
Look at this.
Oh snap. What's he doing? Does he have a bug on them or something? Like, cause he has something in his ear. Maybe that's how he was hearing it.
Hey.
Hey. Yeah, thanks for meeting me. A minute deal. Is there a shorter version of that? Does anyone ever call you Amen?
I'm in.
Well, you helped me. Why don't you let me help you with whatever this is? Then I'm sure I can handle it.
Yeah.
Severed angel wings in a closet.
Handle that, Linda.
Totally handleable.
Well, I stop. I was gonna string this along, but it's already a little too sad for me. I'm actually glad you came in.
This guy is so honest.
It's the biggest cock I've ever seen.
Oh my gosh, he just had to say that.
Why are you stopping? Show starts in 5 minutes, honey. Chop chop.
He just called her honey. So sweet.
Is this about that stupid podcast?
Oh my gosh.
You really think
You
I
see what you
stole
want to
jokes?
see.
Me?
Very much
course
so,
not.
yes.
What I think is I'd like to explore his accusations, starting with where you were when he died.
Man, like, I understand why that guy in that other episode didn't take them seriously. Because how do you take these people seriously when they walk up on you talking about they're from the LAPD and they're acting like this? Like, how do you ever take them seriously?
Look, some of us have important work to do, like entertaining America. If you'd like to see how it's done, take a seat.
Dang.
Charming.
Just dissed the whole show, didn't he?
But dessert's the best part of the meal, Bobby. Well, on the upside, you have been trying to lose weight.
kind of show
I
is
didn't
this?
say I left
You got
before
hand
dessert.
puppets walking around?
This is what that arrogant fraud is so proud of.
I mean, I guess now I have more time.
A multi-camera sitcom? Ew.
What's this show about?
And that's probably why this is called the one with the baby carrot, maybe. I don't know. Because they got a multi-cam sitcom show on here. Like Friends.
Excuse me. Time out. Excuse me. Sorry.
Lucifer just doesn't care.
Work and stealing your show, which only seems fair as you stole it first.
Hey, mind your own
I love the director
business,
is like,
Doctor Who.
keep
Get
rolling.
us out of here.
Doctor, don't laugh.
He broke the fourth wall.
It's okay. It's okay. Set, man.
Okay, fine. Don't talk to me. Let's have a chat with one of your old friends, shall we?
You
What have
can't
we got
touch
in
those
here?
puppets.
I love
Does
the
anyone
camera
work
still
here?
following him
Ah,
and
here we go.
everything.
Nope.
He said, does anyone work here?
Put that down. Put that down.
What?
Seriously, put it down.
Ah, there's the trigger. Right, there was a yeah.
What?
Oh, don't worry, everyone. There's just a gun stashed inside the puppet.
He said there's just a gun stashed inside the puppet.
Right, yes.
Nothing to be alarmed about.
No one was hurt.
Hey, you spoke too soon. Don't worry, everybody's all part of the show.
With puppets. Puppets!
Bobby, what are you saying? This is a dream gig.
It's a nightmare.
Oh,
You know what the
wow.
biggest joke is?
You?
Me.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it is.
No,
This was like, I got that one.
And now that JD's dead, I'm never getting out of here.
But I defended you.
Jacques, Bobby Lowe. Jacques.
Dang, man.
Wanted out of the
That
job so bad. Why?
Ella being mad at you and disappointed in you, like, hurts. Like, oh my gosh. That was painful.
About a guy dealing with his insecurities, about his
Oh, yeah.
dealing with his insecurities
Of course.
about his micro penis.
I had a feeling that's what she was about to say. Partially because of what Lucifer said earlier when they passed, you know, that big chicken. And he was like, that's the biggest cock I've ever seen.
Hold me closer, tiny donga. So you're saying we're looking for a needle in a penis stack?
See, this is why I didn't want to tell you.
A needle and a penis stack.
Anyhow, after it became a family show, the micro penis got removed.
Did anyone even notice?
Okay.
Lucifer's on fire.
Lucifer Morningstar.
What are you
I
doing
figured
here?
out what you really are.
He's probably not going to say the devil.
Very well. What is it that you think I am?
Very well.
An idiot.
This guy is so honest. Like, did you come all the way up here to tell him that? Like, I know what you really are. An idiot.
Cinnamon is not a myth.
Very aware of that already, thank you.
It's not a name to throw around. Not even at the precinct. That's why I came here to talk.
He acts like he's Voldemort.
He killed someone. Close to me. Really damn close.
All right, well, that's interesting. I did think that maybe he has some type of connection with the Center Man, because last episode I was like, maybe he is the Center Man. But it definitely looks like now he has a connection with him, and it's not completely coincidental, and it never is. Of course it's not, but it's not completely coincidental that Pierce shows up this season and the Center Man shows up this season. These are not mutually exclusive events. So I'm glad that we're starting to get a little bit more insight into Pierce, his background, and, you know, maybe see some more dimensions of his character.
Should we say something?
I feel like Linda is just so overdressed for this activity.
I don't even know if this really is a test. I mean, maybe I'm just torturing myself here.
See, this, man, Amenadiel is so, you know, I don't want to say it's sad to watch, but it's like you can watch him and you see he's trying so hard to believe in something and to, you know, feel that he really knows what he's doing. And it sometimes feels like he's just trying to convince himself. Like earlier when he was like, I know that God always has a plan. I'm sure of that now. This is a test. If it wasn't a test, it wouldn't be easy, or however he put it. So, you know, I think it's really cool to see he's still, even himself, not completely sure. Is this a test? Is it not a test? Am I on the right path right now? He wants so hard to convince himself that he is, but he just doesn't know.
You're very wise, Linda.
Thanks, amen. Yeah, it doesn't work, does it?
Call him like Deal or something. That's a little better. Or Minnie.
So how do we draw him out?
Easy. Arrest
Oh.
everyone in the club and pull
Dan,
the
get on
pants down.
stage. Do some
Tiniest weenie
improv.
wins and pull the pants down. Tiniest weenie wins for once.
Oh my
Our guy
gosh.
is clearly sensitive, right?
So,
Oh my gosh. Dang, I just cringed so hard. Oh man. We gotta go back. Oh man, that was
hi
rough.
everybody.
He just hit himself in the face.
So,
His penis is so tiny, it's not even a micro penis. It's an atomic penis.
So small that when he wants to have sex, he needs to call out a search party. Or that his weenus is so small it looks like his testicles are
I
giving
thought
a
the
tiny
weenus was this.
Huh? Maybe there's no friend at all, and you're the one with the baby carrot.
What?
The one with the baby carrot.
I don't have a micro penis. I mean, not that there's anything
There's
wrong
the
with
title.
Come on, now's your chance. Show
Oh,
them
but
what
you
the
were
team's
just making a
made
whole joke about there being something wrong with having a micro penis. What is it, Dan? You know, you're being a little offensive right now. This guy's a jerk, man. Get him off the stage. This is offensive. That's right. How dare you talk about people with micro penises? They have feelings too. Dang.
Makes you want to murder someone, doesn't it?
sure does.
You just looked
done,
at him,
detective.
side-eyed him.
Right, just to be sure, shall I pull his pants down or do you want the honors?
You're gonna do what?
You say you're gonna do what?
What?
This dude is about to get arrested for that? I mean, like, not really arrested, but they're really taking this dude away just for that? They could be like, sir, we need you to pull your pants down. If you don't meet a certain length, you are under arrest.
I don't understand. Having a micro penis isn't a crime.
he said, having a micro penis isn't a crime.
Give him.
I don't mind a fellow struggling comic busting balls. It's when a millionaire starts punching down that I get pissed.
Besides, there's not that much of a ball to bust.
As if these puppets weren't creepy enough.
Hey. Oh wait, there's that chicken. Hold on.
Okay.
And something just moved.
As if these puppets weren't creepy enough.
Remember? There must have been something in that chicken earlier. Because now that thing is moving. Earlier when he said that, once again, you know, I mean, whenever something is said or pointed out, it is done for a reason. He said, that's the biggest cock I've ever seen, or whatever he said, because that chicken probably was foreshadowing something. So let's go ahead and see what it was foreshadowing. But there was probably something hidden in that chicken. I don't know, or maybe I'm overthinking it.
If you're not gonna take this seriously, then you wait here for me.
Okay.
Chloe be trying to be all professional, like a few episodes ago, she wasn't slapping Lucifer on the butt in the middle of a case.
Why kill and torture a man for this pretentious hack?
Do you know how hard it is to crawl out of the stand-up world and get a gig like this?
The lighting is cool.
Jokes don't make a comedian. Everyone has an itchy butt joke. It's all about what you do with it.
What do you do with your itchy butt?
With the joke!
You're with the joke.
I swear.
Huh. That was a nice little diversion.
And I have no idea what you're talking about.
You must know. Come on, and so what about the sinner man?
I don't know.
You must know!
Whoa, Lucifer getting crazy.
Bloody hell, they're not out again.
So they grew back.
They keep on growing back.
This morning.
Might as well stop trying to cut them off.
We all have itchy butts.
Excuse me?
That's just something a woman said to me right before I punched her in the face.
She said we all have itchy butt jokes. Not we all have itchy butts. But you know Lucifer, he hears things his own way.
So I'll just tuck them away and pretend they don't exist.
Less good.
Someone else is giving favors. Who
That's
cares?
good.
I'm Lucifer Bloody Morningstar. I do favors better than anyone else. And I think that maybe it's about time I got back in the game.
Lucifer's gonna get back into the game of giving favors, huh? How does he advertise this? Like, what do people think that they're doing? Do they know that they're making a deal with the devil?
What is it that you truly desire?
Wow. That's a cool shot. Okay, so this episode as a whole, similar to some other Lucifer episodes before it, was essentially just a giant penis joke. No, but really, it was a funny episode. I thought it was, hilarious how they kept on throwing these, just wacky jokes and references and stuff in there about the micro penises and, the biggest cock and all this other stuff that they just did not seem to want to leave alone, and the premature wings and everything. Like, that was basically the backbone of this entire episode, comically, it felt like. But it kind of worked. And, that's something that I think is actually kind of impressive about Lucifer, the show. It feels like at this point, a lot of what they do on Lucifer seems like on the surface it shouldn't work, but yet it does. Like, there's a lot of things about the way that they're going about doing things that I feel like I kind of would be like, I don't know about this. Like, for instance, the way they introduced the relationship between the case and Lucifer's personal, stuff this episode. It was another one of those cases where, it kind of felt like it was really on the nose and it was just so direct that I'm like, it feels like it's forced in. But I feel like they've gotten to the point now where even when it feels forced like that, they can make it work. So it's like, although that aspect of it felt like it was forced, like that connection of, Lucifer feeling like the Sinner Man is stealing his identity, and then this guy having his joke stolen, that did kind of feel forced at first. They still found a way to manage to make it hit hard enough and like manage to make it, provide enough, I guess, character development or revelation or whatnot for it to actually still work. Same with the way they do humor on this show. Like, this show has, as it's gone on, it's always been a goofy, funny show, and that's something I've really appreciated about it. As it's gone on, it feels like this show has leaned more and more into practically comedy territory. I still definitely wouldn't classify this show as a comedy, but a lot of the ways that I look at humor on this show now are the ways that I would look at it if I was looking at a comedy. Because oftentimes on comedies, especially like, really well done comedies, characters do sometimes, they'll sacrifice a little bit of that realism for the joke, but yet it's done in a way where it makes it work and it feels consistent with the character within the universe. And so as long as that's the case, the joke will still land and it doesn't feel fake. That's how some shows miss the mark. It feels unrealistic, but it also just doesn't even feel realistic for the character and the universe, and that's where it falls flat. It feels like this show has managed to take it to the point where they're saying stuff that, yeah, this is dumb. Like, if they were really working for the LAPD, they wouldn't be doing this. They wouldn't be saying this. They wouldn't be acting this way. If this character was really this type of person, this nefarious villain, they wouldn't be doing this. If this person was that, they wouldn't do that. And it's easy to get caught in that loop of, oh, that wouldn't happen. That wouldn't happen. But the thing is, they've gotten to the point where all this stuff works within the world of Lucifer. So they've built this world where they can kind of break the rules and maybe do things in a way that, I don't know, it feels like it doesn't work, but then it does work because they at least follow the guidelines of their world. So that's one thing that I really appreciate about it. So Pierce is starting to grow on me a little bit more now because we're starting to see more sides of his character, more dimensions of him, but I'm still not sure what to make of him yet. Like, I don't know what his purpose is going to be. Is he really the Sinner Man in disguise? And that's what this is going to lead to? Is he really just a really good person that's going to be integral in how this story plays out in defeating the Sinner Man? I'm just not sure what to expect of his character just yet. Sometimes I feel like I should be suspicious of him. Other times I feel like I should feel like comforted when I see him on screen. So, and that's probably intentional. I'm sure that's what they want you to feel like. They don't want you to completely know what to think about this character yet. So I'm interested to see where I'm always saying that. I'm interested to see where they're going to take his character from here, because it seems like it could go a few different ways. I love how Lucifer has always been a show that, what isn't afraid to every now and then show off their, like, some extra special cinematography or like some extra little editing like they did, at the beginning of this episode. But like, for instance, that little scene they had up there in the rafters with Lucifer and Sheila or whatnot, I thought that was a really, cool looking scene. I like how they shot it. I really like the lighting in that scene. And, it felt like it just there was something about the way that Lucifer was standing there. And in fact, let me go back to it real quick. If you look at the scene, if I remember correctly, his like the light was like shining right on his eyes or something. Like, look at that. Where is it? And it was, look at it. I just thought that was so cool how like they just had that beam of light from somewhere that just happened to be shining right into his eyes, kind of like underlighting them like that, and kind of just adding that extra menacing feel to it, because he doesn't have his face anymore. He can't do that. So it's like now they're finding other ways. Along with Tom Ellis's performance as Lucifer, you know, he's always great with being, you know, he just has that chilling look in his eye, and he can make his, you know, his body language and body movement just so menacing. Along with that performance, they, you know, did this extra special kind of cool lighting, and it just all came together to give this really kind of dark, scary feel for you know, Lucifer's character, and probably put you in the shoes of Sheila and how scared she might be of him. I also like this scene at the end here. I just thought it was a nice, you know, symmetrical, cool scene with the lights behind him to kind of, I felt like it was a nice way of signifying sort of the return of the Lucifer maybe that we met at the beginning of the series, and the Lucifer that we think of when we think Lucifer, you know, the devil who does favors for people, and, you know, people make deals with the devil, and kind of that idea of, you know, grandioseness and, you know, luxury and stuff that might come along with associating with the devil and stuff like that. That puts you perfectly in the mind of that. And I just thought this was a cool shot to portray that. And so it really gets me excited for where they're about to take his character this season. So Linda and Amenadiel had an interesting little thing going on this episode. I think I pretty much said everything I thought about that. You know, interesting how Amenadiel is kind of having this internal conflict and struggle and whatnot. Maze was still not in this episode. I really am interested in what kind of the behind the scenes reasons are for why she hasn't been around in these past few episodes. The case was pretty funny. I like the way that they were able to use the case to bring up so many, like, you know, points of humor and like just funny gags and jokes. Like, I mean, even though it's kind of messed up, a guy holding a puppet up and shooting you through the puppet is kind of hilarious. So I thought it was just really funny the way that they managed to incorporate all the, you know, kind of the props and stuff that they had in this episode for jokes. Like, that's the biggest cock, and the puppet shooting. I just thought that was really funny. So yeah, like the episode. Go ahead and leave a comment down below. Let me know what you thought about it. Like the video if you liked it, and subscribe if you want to see more. And if you're interested in seeing the full reactions, you can head on over to Patreon, where they're posted weeks ahead of the YouTube schedule. That'll be it for now. I'll see you all later.